because everyone's like, "Oh, we'll just watch it later." So people just want to
Mm,
click on. Dontrell message. He'll be on in 5 minutes,
Probably just getting off work.
probably. Well, we'll see who's on. We're tuning live. Everyone's gonna be start seeing the icon go up Wednesday night. Some of them are getting a little drunk. Some of them are getting ready to eat, cooking food, doing what they got to do. We've got some champions. Um, Ricky, what's your plans for Thanksgiving? You guys got any plans?
Yeah, I got
Just family, bro.
two different sides of the family. I got my side of the family in the morning, like brunch time, and then later on, I got my wife's side for dinner, nightcap.
I feel that are kind of the same way.
It's
I
a
know,
lot.
I know there's some good turkey bowls that are going on. Uno will host his annual one. Shout out to them; they do a great job over there. Um, who we got? We got Trell coming on. What's up, Trell?
Yo, yo. What's up, y'all?
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Long time coming, bro.
Well, long time coming. You guys have definitely put in your work. I know you guys had to wait a little bit to finish that game, but you guys definitely did your thing on playoff championship Sunday for sure, man. So hats off to Glory Boys for sure. You guys put it together, and I said like you guys had the talent from the very beginning. You kind of were up and down. I mean, your record was I think you only guys had one loss, right? But you guys had some close games. So you guys played around a little bit in the beginning, but at the end, you guys put it on. So hats off,
Fact.
man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
uh, Before we get going, I'm gonna get kicked off with the intro, and we'll get right into the nitty gritty. We'll talk about some amazing stuff that happened this past Sunday, and not so amazing stuff, as well as talk to some of the winners and see how they're feeling after an interesting fall season. So let's kick it off with our intro, and then we'll get right into it, guys.
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere.
Welcome everyone to this episode of the Comish Podcast Champion Sunday recap. And we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. Before we kick off this show, I know Jeremy said a little bit to Trail. Eddie, my guy over there, shout out to Neighborhood Heroes for taking that home. I know a lot of people on both sides had these two teams, not necessarily winning it all, but they were in earshot. Congratulations to you both on taking home that championship. Um, Man, I think we should just start off and hear from you guys. Like, how do you guys feel? We'll start off with Trell. How do you feel winning rec?
Honestly, if it feels like real bittersweet because I just started, you know what I'm saying, just started on my own team. I just started playing quarterback 8 months ago in April. And for us to go through all the doubts, all the bullshit, all the hating shit, and then to come out on top and dominating style in the championship game, man, it's just real bittersweet, man. I'm really appreciative. And Ernest, man, my boy, man, congrats on y'all too, man. I'm proud of y'all too, bro.
Eddie, how are you feeling, my guy?
No, we good. Honestly, we didn't think we were gonna pull it off. Not gonna lie to you. It took three big wins. You know, Warriors was definitely a challenge at the beginning. Shout out the ref squad over there. But then no, it was just SOB and Dino's top two teams. Took them out. It's nice. You know, we revamped it a little bit. Went from Death Row to Neighborhood Hero. Started our own little thing with the main core guys from DR, and you know brought in Brotherhood, and yeah, we did it. And not gonna lie, you know, shout out to Mark and shout out to the rest of my guys, my captains, Ernest, Danny, all of them. They helped it out, so appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta say, I actually was not on your side all all season. Okay. I knew about you guys, obviously, from everything you've done in the past and all the teams you've built, but I don't know if I saw this coming, to be honest with you. I kind of, doubted you. I think even before Sunday happened, I didn't pick you guys. I didn't even think about you guys coming out after Warriors. I thought Warriors were going to beat you guys, and you guys proved yourself on Championship Sunday that you can go out there and ball with anybody in that comp division. You guys showed it and you did it. Hats off to you guys. Everything that you've done, from changing the name, changing the name is not just something little. It's big. Because you changed the name, you kind of changed the culture, right?
Yeah.
And you guys kind of did. And congratulations, you put some pieces out there. And yeah, and they came through on Sunday, bro. So
No,
congratulations.
no, I appreciate it. No, thank you, man. No, it's been an up and down season. We didn't really finish the way we wanted to. Not many guys showed up to some weeks, but we showed up when it mattered. Championship Sunday, and was out there from 9 a.m. damn near to 2 p.m. with the gates locked and everything. Thanks, Duffy.
Hey man, they apologized. It was a kid. I mean, it happens.
I
Like,
stood in the car until they opened because I wasn't going to that practice.
dude, the guy was very apologetic about it. So, but Schomburg, we always had that great relationship, so they've always looked out for us. Unfortunately, the good thing is that those games on the other end were running behind. So, in a way, it kind of worked out. So it caused you not to have to physically wait that long because
No,
you
yeah,
guys were.
we had like a 30-minute wait at maybe.
So in a way, it kind of benefited, or else you would have had to wait a little bit longer. But man, it definitely that was a fun kickoff. I would say the least. I mean, the whole championship Sunday had some like a crazy vibe, and I think every team took advantage of it. There was that competitive edge off the ball. I think a lot of guys got in their mental mindsets. But like you said, a lot of people didn't have you guys necessarily coming out of the bracket and all the way up top. And definitely, like you said, upset the top two teams in the division that's been carrying the division
Yeah.
the whole season. Um, and that's kind of like something I feel like Glory Boys were kind of on that same side a little bit with the whole battle with Rumpelpig, Carnage, um, and Ducks. And I feel
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
guys, the top four, and that's why we said any given Sunday because the better teams showed out or they capitalized on those plays. I mean, Trell, let's popping over to you real quick is like, you know, um, your guys' team was in that championship game, took advantage right off the bat, right? And you guys kind of let off the gas a little bit, and it got dicey towards the end. Like, what was your guys' take when that was going on? Because I know there was a sense of excitement and spark, and we were talking, all these things, and then all this started happening. Like, what was your guys' take, and then coming out and finishing that off and able to take that trophy home?
I feel like just like the first time we played the Pigs, we should have scored on pretty much every possession. I feel like, but just simple mistakes and like you said, letting off the taking our foot off the pedal a little bit. And we were just excited. We knew that we was coming home with the title. We're not, and I'm not gonna lie, I was over there on the sideline kicking it with the kids, and like we just put it away too early in our heads, and then with the onside kick. What I'm saying? We made a mistake there. We should have just let the ball just roll out, and that would have been game right there. But just simple mistakes, honestly, and just we got to just finish it out like Jeffrey told us a couple weeks ago. No matter what, we got to play to 0-0-0. And
yeah, 100%. And it kind of, you know, makes me shake my head a little bit, only because you guys got a team full of veterans over there. And this is something that's good to kind of have it happen now instead of down in nationals. You got to keep your foot on the gas the whole time, because any team can come back. And I think Rumble Pigs have been a team that's kind of done that to people, have come back
man,
and
they clutch
beaten
as
them.
fuck. I'm
So
not gonna lie, they're
yeah,
clutch.
so like I said, you kind of had to finish those games out. Like you said, even with a team as talented as you guys have to keep on pushing, because any team can sit there and surprise you at the end.
Big facts. So I definitely want to give out a shout out, respect to Carnage and the Pigs, man. Y'all definitely played y'all ass off. JoJo, especially on that D line of Carnage, definitely shout out to him. Number two on the Rumple Pigs, big shout out to him. Definitely, the team is going to go as far as
Uh,
both of them take them. So
Cooper Cup,
definitely shouts out.
Cooper Cup, right? That's who you're talking about.
Yeah,
The flag
I call
version,
him the wolf dude. That's what I call him.
bro. He reminds me of Cooper Cup. I ain't even gonna lie. He's as legit as he is. He is legit, legit. That dude is
Yeah,
making
he different.
plays.
He
Oh,
different.
bro, listen, man. I mean, we could talk about that for days, but you guys, I mean, I want to kind of go back and start from the beginning because I don't want to overshadow kind of the first game, right? That still was a hard game for you guys to get back. Did you kind of feel like that game right there kind of gave you the test that your team needed to get to the championship game? Because it was never just given to you guys. You guys had to go out and take it, but it was like you four teams, Ducks, you, Carnage, and Pigs were like the final four teams that everyone was looking at was saying it could go either way, you know? So did you feel like that game kind of got you ready for that championship game? Or
I'm gonna
was it
tell
just
you our mindset coming into championship week, coming into playoffs, we wanted to mercy rule. Same way we had the Tigers is the same way we wanted to do Cardinals. The same way we wanted to do the Pigs. Unfortunately, I fucked up in the Cardinals game. I didn't come out as locked in as I supposed to. I didn't lock in until really that second to last drive. So that's my fault because the defense had our back. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't take that safety, we would have put a donut on their ass too. And there's no disrespect to them. It's just real shit. So, and the
I mean, they
pigs
held you
too.
guys to that 2 points for majority of the game, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's unfortunate.
that's some
I shouldn't have taken the sack in the first place, but just not being locked in, coming out sharp as I came out in that championship game, honestly. So, and that I got to do better on my part, being locked in from the start into the end. So,
I respect that. Eddie, do you feel like at any point in your team that like you guys may have kind of set back and like almost let off on the brake at all? Like where you felt like you guys needed to, realign? Did you guys have any part in that series in your guys' end?
no,
So
it was
for the
no doubt in our mind that we was no matter. I don't care how much time was on the clock. The last thing I remember was like a minute and 30 seconds left. We didn't have a doubt in our mind that we was gonna lose that game. We knew we was gonna walk it off and score. And I took too long to go into the spread formation. So that's on me. Otherwise we would have been picking them apart, honestly. But
No,
shout
I
out to
feel you.
that D line. They D line is definitely A1, but that spread would definitely eat that shit alive. And I should have been went to that. Should have
yeah,
started off in that.
you
But
guys that was the one thing about you guys is you guys could play different styles of offense, but I definitely believe that your spread was probably your best offense. And you definitely got better as the season went on. So yeah, again, congratulations, man. Just one thing before we go to Eddie, because I know we want to talk to Eddie about his championship run. But do you think that the game before you for Rumple Pigs, that was a very competitive game for them? Do you feel like you guys kind of saw that game, saw everything that happened and folded, and was just ready to go? You know, or do you believe that kind of hurt them more than it obviously fired you guys up?
That's a hard question.
wait, you talking to me?
Yeah, did it affect,
Oh, I'm
did the
sorry. I thought you
game?
was talking to Eddie. My bad. My bad. I'm
No,
sorry. Repeat the
the
Hey,
question. I'm
game,
sorry.
bro.
My bad.
the game that you guys watched between the Ducks and Rumble Pigs was a very good game, a very close game. Came
Oh,
down to the end, and then everything that happened. Do you think it fueled you more, or do you think it hurt the Pigs more? What do you think
to
was?
be honest with you, that shit ain't we if you see at the end of the game, we didn't even care who won, who lost. We was coming out and spanking anybody that came out in front of us. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So
So y'all
like
locked in?
I was trying to keep them away from that shit and let's practice, let's work on our shit. Like let them handle that. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to take advantage of the moment that they had going on and try to take the extra time we had. So yeah, honestly, we wanted to see the Ducks because we just saw the pigs, but unfortunately, they gave that shit away.
Yeah, Ricky caught that shot clean, bro. That was a crazy ending.
That was
We'll talk.
such a yeah. That was a good
We'll
game.
talk about that game endings because we have to discuss some stuff from there. But Eddie, I do want to hear your kind of path. Um, I want to hear how you guys experienced the beginning to the end. Um, yeah, man, let's hear it from you.
Yeah, the Warriors game was just back and forth, back and forth. That was just a great game in general. And ended in OT. We got our stuff ready. Went to field 9. Um, Going off that, we were already hot. We didn't wait too long for the SOB game. Waited maybe 30 minutes for Senators and Dinos to wrap up. Um, and then we just went at it with SOB scored on the first drive, and then after that, it just went back and forth, back and forth. We held them to 6 only. ZT's usually a clutch kicker. He missed his 2-point conversion. That kind of gave us some breathing room, and then we started killing the clock in the SOB game as much as we can. Because if we give him the ball back, ZT could do anything. He's a great quarterback. Shout out to him. He's one rec. He's one elite. Awesome dude. Um, Very athletic. Um, but then onto the Dinos game, we just started off hot. We started clicking. We went up 13-0 until the last drive before the half. They caught a nice little catch. Down to Hamilton, kind of head tap my guy. But after that, we didn't we stepped on it. We finished the game 20-6, I believe. And then yeah, it was a great. Leading up to that, we kind of communicated in the captain's chat a lot what we were gonna do. We executed, and we went out with the ship.
No, definitely.
Thank you, Seppi.
No, man, I think that I think you guys definitely did your thing. Like how we said it again. I mean, these are the stories that we look for all over, right? Every season we look for who's going to come out of the middle of the bracket. And for the past couple of seasons, it seems like uh, you guys have already been there every game almost to make some noise. And this merger itself and this team that we saw going into this, I think we're going to see that even going into the tournament and keeping that feel alive. And we're definitely interested to see what your team's going to do now and come spring going against those top division teams. Well, even though you'll be in your lower bracket come playoffs, you guys are still going to be seeing them. And you guys made a statement even this year alone when you played those teams. So I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do at nationals, especially even coming in the spring and even right now. And I appreciate both of you guys jumping on tonight, and appreciate you guys for playing in the league and flying through. And congratulations to you both. I mean, it's a huge accomplishment for both of you guys because you guys did something that not many teams can do. You guys can get these teams up and running, the transition period, get it turned around, and finishing the goal with the ship. Where some people go seasons with the most like length into it and not win anything. So you guys did something not many people can do, and I just want to say congratulations to that, guys. You guys really did your thing.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Before we go though, can I this my little recruitment pitch. Can you let everybody know what you're doing for spring?
For spring, we're
Yes,
going
like
upper,
upper,
upper.
comp, rec, so
There's
everybody can know.
Yeah, so basically, we're going to have an upper division and lower division. We haven't finalized the names of that yet, but there's going to be a D1 and D2 and a D1 and D2 in both. So you're going to declare either D1 or D2. We might just go one division in the lower division instead of doing D1, D2, and just leave that one as our bigger one. But in the upper, you're looking at, so basically, we're going 12 teams max in each division. You're looking the top six. Six declared D1, six declared D2. Everyone plays everyone during the regular season. Come playoffs, you're in your division, and that's how we're going to run that upper division moving forward. We may change the numbers a little bit, just depending on the volume that we're going to be looking at. But really, we're thinking idolizing 12, so we can stay at one venue, keep the day simple, everyone at the same place. As well as coming into um, the lower division where we haven't had a D1 D2 in the lower division in a little bit, so I don't know if I'm going to necessarily do it or not in the lower, but we're going to see what happens, and we're going to talk with the captains and see how everyone feels. And that's why we started sending our annual text about your feedback, how important it is to the league to get your feedback on your seasons, because that takes into consideration that off season, what we can change as December comes along after the tournament, you're going to start seeing a lot more stuff. We usually open up registration very soon, try to get that number out of the cost that we're going to be looking at for the seasons as well, because gives your team enough time to recruit, know the numbers, and we're gonna try something. We're gonna try to do some stuff where making it straightforward. Where if you want to try to opt in early into packages with Ricky, you can sign up that way too. So that way you can book some pre and advanced. But like I said before, we definitely take any feedback from the captains that we've been reaching out to, just in general, talking about things, opinions. Now, I know before I want to let you guys go, I want to add, we talked about this a little bit, you know, trophy wise, in the near future, besides Crystal, we usually don't do the same trophy once. We've done it different because we're trying to keep it special. What are some ideas that you guys think that you would like differently as a trophy wise than necessarily just a regular big column trophy, like for your household or stuff like that to show
Belt,
off?
belt.
Eddie, you can go ahead because I don't care. Like we we
Honestly,
we
not.
playing for,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, for the hell of it. We playing for the fun of it. Like, and for money, obviously, the trophies, all that shit. That shit just accolades. You know what I'm saying? That's just extra shit that comes along with it. Honestly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, ain't nothing special. Honestly, like whatever y'all you got, will take. At the end of the day, is getting the reps in. The goal is national ship as always. No matter if it's in Tampa or in Orlando. So we're just trying to do something. We don't want no rings and
You
at
guys just want
home
to play
leagues and
football.
yeah,
You
we just
want
want to
Yeah,
play
we just here
football.
to
competition.
play football.
You want
Yeah,
Yeah.
competition. You want fair
that's it.
competition, and you want things to kind of flow, not to be so choppy. I think
Yeah.
what Giuseppe's trying to ask you guys is pretty much low key. Is what are you guys looking for out of this season or this spring season coming up? As you
The
know,
reason why we
champions.
ask that is because we're trying to price everything out. You know what I mean? Try to maximize your guys' dollar as individuals and as teams, and that's where we're kind of going. As what can we just subtract? What can we add? What's more important? Are the payouts more important? Are having turf more important? Stuff like that. And that's why we're just kind of just getting that fresh opinion because
Well,
everyone
we all.
opinions matters.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think as knowing as you run the league and hearing everyone from years, payouts are always the biggest thing, right? As
Facts.
teams, as you guys running teams, and as me running team before and helping out, that's the kind of one thing that you look for is what's your return as putting in this money because we all know running teams and when you have a league full of 12 guys or 12 teams, only one team can win that money, and you got 12 teams putting in, so everyone that pretty much plays is playing for because they love the game. And we understand that we try to put the best team. So when I say, I really want to know you guys are returning champions for the next season. What do you guys want to see out of this next season or these next leagues? Um, Obviously, we know competition, fairness. We all know that kind of stuff. But what else other than that? Other than payouts, because payouts are the big thing. But with the venues and how much everything costs, obviously you go to grass, it can be a little cheaper, right? And then when you go to grass, you kind of got to maintain that grass. It's kind of all these little things that happen, but the teams are what matter. What you guys want, that's really what matters, and that's what Giuseppe needs to hear. And from there, then we can determine everything else. But like I said, you guys are the returning championships. You guys will be moving up. So what do you guys want to see?
Go ahead,
That's a
Trump.
loaded question. I'm not gonna lie. Damn,
Um,
dude. What
I
a
would
performance.
prefer to see. I prefer to see the turf. Honestly, what I'm playing on is most important. The safety. I'm not really fond of playing on this grass. The grass be lumpy as hell, and like I'm not with that. I'd rather play on turf. Anything else after that? The referees that y'all had, it was great. Honestly, they let us play. They let us talk shit. They let us be physical. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have no really like big no problem with penalties or whatnot. So like, there's no complaints in those regards. But
Are you talking about from
just
playoffs or all throughout the season?
you shady. Um, from playoffs, man, it was great. I love George and them, even though he
No,
fucked
I'm
up that
just, we're
Cardinals
just
game for us. He fucked up that Cardinals game for us, but it's all cool. It's all love with George and all them though, man. But I prefer to play physical. talk shit, and just have fun out there. We ain't out there to fight like the ducks and pigs, them goddamn thugs. But you know what I'm saying? We just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, like I honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I think that's what you were talking about and what you were speaking on about playing a little bit freely, a little bit more, kind of using it. We all talk. I think this game brings out a lot of words that are just thrown out. At the end of the game, you kind of let it all go. You play for the heat of the moment. Sometimes it goes a little too far, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But all in all, I think it's like you said, the safety of the players playing on turf is one thing. But when we say that, what about distance wise? Because you could find turf fields, but then again, how far people are willing to travel. That's another big thing I think that a lot of us get lost in because we've had a couple turf fields in different leagues that pop up. People show up, right? But then some people complain about how far they are. So keep in mind, you can always find a turf field, but who's willing to travel to some of those turf fields?
I mean, we're lucky enough to have the turf fields where we're at. You know what I mean? And I think this year alone, I think we're kind of in that that
Okay,
good distance where
Jesus,
we're at.
right there.
Honestly, so if it's just about pad, that's always good, but it should be turf. Always a few games that I do cross league. We kind of did that this fall, actually. We did cross league games.
I
Um,
think the cross league game showed that everybody can play anybody. I
we
think
couldn't get the pricing. We did not fall in the right category for the Downers Grove Southfield. Unfortunately, it would raise the rate too much for us.
Glenbard North is great, honestly. Out of all the turf fields I didn't played on, Downers Grove is probably number one, honestly. But Glenbard North is actually great. So there's no complaints there, honestly.
is Glenbard North like a good distance for the people that come from the city,
Well, yeah.
for the
Other
people
than
that
that,
come,
yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, because that's like I said, Glenbard North seems like it's
Well, that's where we're going to be
kind of a
home to.
trip.
Man. Right now, that's where we're at. Where the plan is to still move forward at the same venue and everything like that. Olympic Park's still right there with it. So we're lucky to have our partnerships that we have. But if anyone does have any other turf fields that we want to maybe explore or maybe more centralized, we're trying to expand and we're honestly trying to get everyone at one location. We're trying to find venues that have two turf fields. That's our goal. That's why we're going to two divisions. That's going to be what we're going to be going for. And then yeah, that's another reason we're going two divisions. We're going to working on towards our all star game, the upper versus lower, some rookie, some veteran type stuff. So there's definitely a lot that we are gonna go across and try to accomplish. But overall, I'm excited to see what next year is going to bring. We got our directors, Mark, and well, co-commissioners. I'm sorry, not directors anymore, co-commissioners. Jeremy and Mark, they are going to be stepping up big time. You'll be seeing a lot more of their face on the field. Helping with questions, helping with issue player resolutions. Mike Miggett we're coming up with a new All Star team that he's putting handpicking. Um, and we're just revamping. And there's going to be some things where people are going to be held accountable, and you guys, the captains, are going to be aware of it, and you guys are gonna we're going to start almost like a submitting system, treating it how like the IHSA girls does, uh, and that's going to how we're going to determine kind of our referees for the playoffs as well, is based on your guys throughout the season and what you guys feel how the games played, and the questions are going to be did they follow the rules, is it accurate, stuff like that. And we're kind of going to a whole nother aspect of changing the game, making it more competitive. We're still staying at Olympic one, um, but that's kind of where we're going at. We're evolving. We're changing, taking this to the next level it needs to. We're strengthening that, and our media guys. Shout out to Francisco, as well as Munir. You can't cut your brother out now. Cut him
Cut,
out.
cut him.
Got him. But no, they shout out to them for sustaining all the cold this past season, all the time,
I'm
being
gonna get
out
him.
there, doing everything they got to do. Shout out to Ricky, Quan, everyone, get it bussin', Spider Visuals, everyone that goes out there, all the media teams. Appreciate everyone this season. You guys are what make this league possible. Without you guys running that core help with everyone. This league wouldn't be possible, and you, the teams. So I just want to say congratulations again, my guys. We're gonna kind of get into the next chapter of our talk a little bit. We're going to talk about an issue. You guys are more than welcome to stay on with us. If you want to hop off, you can.
It
Yeah, is
would
there
be
any last
nice,
words?
yeah.
Any last words? No.
Yeah, all you top team elite players, y'all sitting on the bench on y'all team, man, and y'all want better, you know what I'm saying, more time to display y'all talent. Come over to the bright side, man. Come over to the Glory Boys, man. We unselfish, ego free, man, and everybody want to win, man. Come
Hey,
slide over, man. Y'all
yeah,
gonna be
before
surprised
we
about who we got coming. So come on through.
before we leave here too, I want to ask you guys national wise. I know you're going to Tampa, right, Trell? You guys are in
Yes, sir.
Tampa. And what about the Heroes?
No, we're going to Tampa too. We'll be seeing the Glory Boys down there.
Okay, okay, all right. So you know what? That's awesome. Two champions seeing each other down in nationals. That's really cool, man.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun to chase down Trail a little bit out there.
Hey, Trell, let me ask you a question.
Uh huh.
This might be a little hard for you. And I mean, Eddie, this might be one that you might be able to answer or not. You got a lot of people on your team that play elsewhere. When it comes down to nuts and bolts, when it comes down to spring, when all's said and done, if there's a couple of those teams that those players play on that join the same league, what do you guys do?
Oh, then it's gonna be belt to ass for them too. But
That's a great
obviously,
response.
I want the same people I just want to shift with. I obviously would love to run it back with them, but I'm a realist and I'm understanding that they want to go play with their buddies, and so they got the decision to make. Do they want to play with their buddies? You know what I'm saying, and possibly don't be on the winning side, or do you want to stay on the winning side? You know what I'm saying? So it's a choice for them to make. I would love to have my squad back, but it's not many people that's leaving. So we got our core, we got our dogs. I just need my speedsters back. You feel me? That's really it. I just need my skill makers, some skill players. That's it.
Fair, fair.
Shit,
Eddie?
for us, we the only two guys that we know we're not gonna come back. If they do come back to Northfield, I'm not sure how Seppi got with them, but Dez and Coles were a great piece for us this fall. Coles with the experience in the
Hey,
line helped
everyone's
out.
welcome back. They never were denied back.
I'm
They
just
just said they missed the
yeah.
deadline for that season. But that's past news. That's past news.
I,
That's past news.
Pat, Pat, you want to bring
That's
it up?
past
Go ahead.
news.
No,
No, no, past news. Past
Like
news.
no, no.
Good answer. I like that, Eddie. Well, if they don't, I get it.
If they don't, no,
And
but
we ain't got
if
no
they do, it's
problem.
all love. I always tell people it's all love. At the end of the day, it's football. We go out there once a week. We try to have fun with it. We get away from the house, from all the stress that we have here at home, work, whatever may be the case. It's all love at the end of the day. We try to do it. A lot of people travel,
Thanks.
they do their thing. Um, so it's all good. At the end of the day, like Trell said, we got the main core guys. We got guys that have already reached out, like, hey, what you guys doing for spring? What do you guys, are you guys staying here? What you guys are trying to do? I got my
So
main dude.
there,
You know,
I get
you
it.
know, they're focused. Right now, our main focus though is Tampa. Of course, the tournament coming up this weekend, but we're trying to get Tampa settled in. We got everything booked already. Tournament paid off. Airbnb booked. All that good stuff. We're just trying to get it going and go from there. Take it one step at a time.
Yeah, like you guys said, looking at that next stage, you're looking what's in front of you, and you're like, I don't got to worry about what's after that because everything's already settled. So that gives you guys that stress free of knowing that, hey, we can focus and put all in on nationals and not have to
Mhm.
worry about that stress come spring about, oh man, now we got to re-pull people together, X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and that's my job from my team. Between myself and my captains, we talk it over, but it's really myself and Danny that we pretty much just try and get everything in order for the next season. All
Danny
my
over there
uh,
doing double duty, huh?
hey, he might be a duck, he might not, but he's always a hero. So who knows?
damn, that was
I
well
like
played,
that
well said.
comment. I love that
That was
comment,
well
Eddie.
said. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys. Like I said, now we want to get into this next section while we're on here on holding people accountable in actions. As some of you guys know, an incident did occur at GBN during that Ducks Rumple Pigs game at the end of the day,
Thugs.
after a unbelievable catch to end the game. Unfortunately, those actions do come with consequences. We decided the league board has ruled that Cordell, Brandon, and Marcus will get a 3 game. No, Marcus will get a 2 game suspension for his actions that day. Cordell and Brandon 3 games each. Both teams were both issued a $250 fine for their actions at the venue. Um, and and the real reason is for the Duck side is the way they partake themselves. We understand everyone how they feel, we respect everyone, but we got to emphasize that that is not the way to act. They understand what happened. They understand they were wrong for what they did. We discussed that with them, but that is not the way to go. And then for on the Rumble side, for having a fan coming on the field with that as well, they know we got to remember, guys, that hey, I understand this is recreational, but this is still this is still to a certain level of importance and making sure that we're following these rules, because at any point the venue could easily say, "Hey, no more." Yeah, another league can step in, but now even when that other league steps in after us, say we end, but another league does, that makes it harder for them to play the game of flag football. It's not about whose league is running the game, because these districts they talk. No matter if it's my league or someone else's league. We got to be smart about our actions and let's hold ourselves accountable, as well as making sure that if you have anyone make sure on your team and you're aware of them, you need to be 18 to be playing. I can't remind you enough. Now, special circumstances can allow you to be 17 or so and play, but you have to go by the league with the proper order, because that simple as that, they got fined as well because they did have a minor on the team. So we got to make sure we're following the rules, because if you get caught up with it, consequences for those actions. Um, Lucky enough, we talked to GBN. We got everything squared away. We took action as a league on it right away. But
And
guys,
can
we got
we
to just hold
hold
ourselves
on?
accountable.
And I kind of want to reiterate on that Giuseppe too. I think Terrell's. Or, we said something earlier about letting everyone play and having fun and kind of talking shit, right? With that come with us doing that and letting that kind of go a little bit more too. We understand that it gets heated and stuff like that, but we're all grown men in the end of the day.
I wouldn't
Nobody gets
even say
paid.
there was
Hold
talking
on.
like that though.
Nobody gets paid for this. You guys can, I guess, pushing and shoving. What happened on Sunday just can't happen. It's overboard, right? And if there's things that happen outside of football, shouldn't come to football. This is a community in the end of the day. So one fight, big, small, however it happens, when cops get involved, and all of a sudden you got the fields involved, that ruins it for everybody. Not just one person, not just one team. If this keeps on
Not just one
happening,
league.
not just one league, if this keeps on happening, then we don't have what we love to do every Sunday because of some team, some knucklehead, all because they couldn't handle a little bit of whatever it is. And I don't care what it is. I'm not going off of what happened in that game or what happened in other games. There's been fights, there's been arguments, there's been pushing and shoving. It's if we don't stop it now, that next one could be the last one. That's how I feel about it.
And that's straightforward. I mean, even this upcoming weekend, uh, you know, you realize what you're signing. Any altercations, you're gonna be gone. It's a no tolerance zone. Be respectful to each other and play football, because we can talk trash and still have a good time. Just don't go crazy with it. That's all. I mean, not go crazy, but just don't take it personal. What's on the field is on the field, straight up as that. You know what I mean? Um, Besides that, man, that's all. I mean, it's gonna be good. Everyone takes how they want in each situation. If they want to do how they feel or like how the league holds it, at the end of the day, we're gonna hold people accountable the way we feel fit, because that's how we are. I don't have anything else to say. I mean, you know what you signed up for. Except without
Did,
head. Yeah, I know, right?
did this whole brawl start because they kicked the ball in that field goal try? Or what the hell?
No.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
Right? I
dude,
don't think
it wasn't even like that. I mean, it was part of like that, to be direct, but there's something to that underlining. It's the teams. Everyone seems like they're still bickering. We're trying not to pay too much attention to that. I mean, they kicked it. They were supposed to go to nationals. They got everyone said one thing to another. Normal trash talk that we don't see anytime a team wins in a tight clutch situation. And that's the part that I think they got a little bit personal. But from what was said, one person took it more personal than another. But when we if you guys want to have fun, you guys want to make flag fun again, that little trash talk. I mean, if you got head tap, that it happens. And that's pretty much it. Be adults, have fun with it. But if you get head tapped at the end of the game, just don't take other stuff personally. Understand anger and aggression, but like, come on, like, chill. It's not worth anyone else's time. It's not worth anyone having to deal with anything extra, right? I mean, but that was a good question. I mean, I think Glory Boys with their belt to football is maybe worse than what was necessarily said, in my opinion. So, but I don't know, Jeremy. You have any 2 cents on that? Do you want to add on? I feel like I hit it pretty on the nail.
Yeah, I don't think we have to keep on hashing it out. I think the teams that are involved have been contacted, and they can handle every situation how they handle the situation because we're moving on. We're looking forward. We're trying to make everything great, man. Flag in the end, flag football. Like I said before, as a community, we all are in this together. Honestly, but we all get away from our lives and we hang out with the fellas and play a game that we all love to do. And in the end, like I said, we all got to hold each other accountable. That's it. Let's move on to this tournament. How about that?
Well, we'll talk about the games. We do got the Invitational coming up this weekend. I know, right? He
I
never.
swear I would kick you in the dick when I see you.
Jesus, so
Hey, he
vulgar.
did a great job, by the way, just standing there, just keeping count of who fought it. Who fought? I'm sorry.
Hey, for real, I guess.
Rose was trying his best to separate everything else, but himself, he tried.
Yeah, I saw Giuseppe pick somebody up. I saw Rose separate 3 people. I saw Chach jotting stuff down.
Because we care, man. It's because we care.
I think he might have had the Steelers. Was the Steelers playing at that time? I don't know. I couldn't tell. Maybe he was watching them.
He wasn't, but okay. No, man, the tournament this weekend, I'm excited for it. I got the trophy right here. It ain't a glass one, but it's a good one.
Crystal, it's not glass. Hey, Eddie, you
It's
better
crystal.
polish that. All right? Polish it.
We got the tournament trophy
No.
right here, ready to go, all shiny for the Legacy Invitational AVA. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's
What
big.
is this?
It's a trophy.
Is that Crystal?
It's not crystal. It's
What is
plastic.
that?
Bring it
Metal?
down, Family Dollar. Or...
Damn, dude,
If
I'm
you
not gonna
drink
lie.
out of it,
That-
will you get sick?
That's my next question.
I don't know. Maybe
You have to drink out of that.
You got to
can't
drink.
drink-
Whoever wins got to drink out of it. Whoever
not
gets there
on the
Sunday,
turf though. Not on the turf. In the parking lot, you can, because we'll get fined.
So you're saying
Okay,
we
yeah,
can drink in the
go-
parking lot? All right.
No, yeah, they got really strict over there. No,
Guys, they just put $1
no
million
BS.
into this venue. I want to they just put a lot of work and effort into this. They did a great upgrades. They did new lighting in there. So they're strict on their rules. And like I said, for all spectators, it is $10 to enter per day. We have a limited area. If you're
Kids
not,
are free.
if you, kids are free. Kids are free. Only adults are $10, 18 up. Players, you're not getting on. No one's getting on the field. You have to go through one entrance, and your name has to be on the roster for your game. If your game's going on, you can't be on the field. If your game's not going on, you can't be on the field. Remember, it's sharing sidelines. The way the new dome's set up, the lines are shifted a little bit because they don't want people on the net. Which I respect that, because last time we had that on net, we rolled into that little kids area, and that did not end so well. You know what I mean? And then, as well as, there will be concessions. It's cash only. They're going to have some pizza there, some other stuff. Bathrooms are right there. It is a heated dome, so we're not going to be in the good area. Is right where the fans are. Is where the heat's going to be coming out of. So that's kind of the nice part, is that the fans are going to get the most heated section of it all. Hopefully, they don't take it all up too much. Empire is going to be there, but we're going to kick off Saturday at 12:15. Alphas versus Rumple Pigs, a matchup we just saw this past week in the half season championship. Both sides were making plays. Alphas came up on top and won that. Uh, Jeremy, I know you didn't necessarily see it. Eddie, I don't know how much you, I don't know how much you were around. Media, Quan, are you for real? Come on. Um, this man,
Quan,
Quan
I'm gonna
acts like
sneak
he's
you in. Don't worry, dog.
Quan acts like he's not on the list. Like, come on, bro. Let's be real. Um, but no,
No,
man.
that Alpha and
Ricky
Rumble Pig,
Ricky
they're
took all
pretty
the
good.
media passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's selling them for $20 a pop.
So,
He's like $100. But no, that Alphas Rumple Pigs game. I'm curious to see what comes out. I know Alphas are going to have a lot of their guys. Rumple Pigs should be pretty much at full strength. Um, and they had a back and forth game with a lot of defensive plays, multiple pick sixes on both sides of the ball. Um, and Rumple Pigs QB right now, they're kind of shifting between the two. Both of them have made accomplishments, so I'm kind of interested to see there. Jeremy, any predictions there?
No, I'm actually excited to see this game because both of those teams, as much as they played in this half season, they also are going to might see themselves down in nationals playing each other. So, with this being said, hopefully this game is actually a little tighter than the last couple games. Hopefully they have their national teams there, and they can kind of see what they have against each other. So I'm excited. I do not know. I'm going to pick Alphas off the top of my head. I'm going to go Alphas. But I'm expecting to see an exciting game.
Yeah, and then we got Alphas versus Photo Bombers. Photo Bombers, definitely gonna be interesting to see how our guys mesh out with some of our needed pickups from the playoffs. Haven't seen Alphas, but we definitely saw Rumple Pigs in that last playoff game. Uh, my guys, they're ready. They've been practicing. We've been taking a couple extra reps in. I know some of them are even meeting up tomorrow. Um, Alphas, I know that they're going to be ready to play. They're getting national prep. It's not going to be an easy first game, but we got to hold them to that points. The pull play matters. And then we got that second game, Bombers versus Rumple Pigs, where that's that matchup. We said we saw them once. We only saw Rumple Pigs once, and that was in the playoffs in spring. Um, so I definitely interested to see there how my team reacts going from that to this right now. Rumple Pigs have that 1 hour sit, so see how they coming off the bench like that, and then after that we got Reapers versus Venom, which I'm kind of curious to see this side of the
This
pool.
side of the bracket, I'm actually really excited to see. The other side
I
of the
feel like
bracket,
it's kind of like mellow, but I feel like this side of the bracket is going to be a little bit more intense in the first round.
yeah.
I mean, even Venom coming off of not really having a flag season, remind you, because they played in the two-hand league to defend their title, and then having Reapers coming off of their really good playoff game against VGs, and really look like they're meshing. So like I said, everyone's getting ready for nationals. And then we have NH coming off their huge win versus Reapers. You guys played Reapers this season so far, right?
no, we played VGs and Phantoms.
Phantoms?
We were supposed to play Reapers, but then that bitch complained about game time. You gave us VGs instead.
Oh yeah. How do you think going into that game, you guys coming off of you guys going right now from their championship, going against Reapers?
No, Reapers, they're a great team. They're a very accomplished team. They won summer ball a couple times in a row. They're a great team. Alex is a great QB. He has a great quarter there with Fro, with Jake. Queese is a good receiver for them. They added a couple hammer guys as well. So they're a great team. Definitely a good team to go up against, and we'll see where we're at with them. Sunday.
Yeah.
Now,
Very good veteran team. Very good
I will
veteran
say
team.
this: your defense was making a lot of work happen. How do you think they're going to hold up against having Reapers and then seeing Venom, a team that did put up a lot of points during when they did their past couple seasons? Do you think they're going to hold up, or do you think you guys are going to be pretty middle of the pack going into it with the pointing?
No,
Points wise?
our defense was definitely our main thing this past season. Um, we're already game planning that for Reapers, Ernest and Reem. They got a game plan going on. Dion, my defensive MVP this past Sunday, making plays like a damn superhero. No, we'll definitely be ahead. That it would be we're gonna rely on our defense a lot, get those stops, get our QB the opportunities to score as much as possible, and then go from there.
LJ, hit me up. We got a spot.
Photo bombers.
Yeah,
I'm seeing your roster too. It's pretty nice. You got a couple people.
the
Chiefs.
media team to work. Northfield front. We got some good players. We got you guys don't our receivers. You guys don't know our receivers. You guys haven't seen them much. They've been playing like making a lot of plays down there in the rec division. Our defense though will be locked up. I'll tell you that. Uh, we're gonna try our best to allow up as little points as we can, like any other team would. Um, but we're gonna go for it. 9 points let up 3. Get a bussing. Nah, bro.
Only
Unfortunately,
if you got a GoPro though. You got to do get it buzzing while you're a quarterback.
that'd be crazy.
Be a hell of a
That'd be,
view.
that would be hell of a view. Um, everyone sees the roster. Everyone does. All the captains do because they see full access to everyone's roster. Basically though, guys, I'm excited for it. Like I said, just come smart. You're gonna get a lot on the field. You're gonna transition, get your stuff. Try not to bring as much stuff as you can into the venue. Limit how much stuff you have
You're
because you will be
checking
placed on a
bags,
team.
y'all.
We have to check bags and stuff. So just be smart this whole weekend. Following
Keep
the
bring that.
eights, following the eights, uh, we do have the women's playground division playing. So we'll be transitioning completely there. So just heads up on that in the afternoon sesh. We do have the women's playground. So the field will be converting to two smaller fields to set that up. And then on Sunday, we got that single elimination starting from 8 to 1 with the championship at noon. We'll be putting everyone, you'll be able to see the times. Our goal is to be updating the bracket. We'll have a board that will have the standings right there on site. We're going to try to do a little flagathon, having nonstop live feed the whole time without cutting in and out. So we're going to try to do some stuff like that. Maybe go to some on-field action and interviews in the middle with an outside view in between games. We're going to try to have some fun with this, guys. The Dome loves us. We love the Dome. The people who are running it are awesome. Pressing his guys. So if you guys do need an indoor facility to practice, hit up him, talk to them. They'll make sure to hook you up. We have a great
New
connection
turf.
with them. They got brand new turf, guys. I can't stress enough. Remember, shoes, turf shoes, and molded cleats. We do have to check. And just have a good time this weekend. Be smart, be aware of your surroundings. There is going to be a youth organization doing their event on the other side. So you have to use door 1. If you use door 2, you're going to have a hard time getting onto the flag side of the venue. Because it's going to be kind of barricaded off in that middle to separate the two. So just be very mindful of who's around you during the times on and off the field. And then we have the 5v5 in the second half. After on Sunday. Just if you're looking as a free agent, we have a couple guys that are interested in playing. We're trying to put together a free agent team to make a number 4 team in that division. So if you are interested, message us. We'll get you on. It's only $25 to play in the free agent division. And just
Most cleats are good. It's the metal cleats. They got no metal.
metal
I mean,
cleat
but
or the rubber or the straight plastic ones, like the plastic tip ones. You will not, if you have the plastic tip cleats, you will be slipping and sliding. Tell you that right now, and then you won't be allowed to be on. But like a lot of Under Armour is the molded cleats. A lot of I know there's some Nikes. They have the little circle rubber tips on them too. So just be aware. They will be around. Besides that, guys, I'm excited for it. We hope everyone does have a great Thanksgiving. Um, if you haven't yet, Ricky has his slots opening up there. You'll be seeing a lot more of the graphics come Friday. We're solidifying some of the stuff. Shout out to Pellegrino Realty. He is one of our main sponsors with Empire. Without them, we can't do the little bit of extra stuff and get the little bit bigger trophies and all of that. And we're definitely going to see who is going to be our MVP for that too.
yeah,
Because, you know, Pellegrino Residential. I'm sorry, not Realty. without them, those MVP chains won't be having around. So people are going to be crowned MVP chains. We might have a couple of things here and there, but it's going to be a great time, guys. Like I said again, Pellegrino Residential is our main sponsor, especially with Empire and his gear. So if you need flags, we got the flag vendor for you there this weekend. If you need a football, we got you. You need food, we got you. We're indoors. We're out of the cold. It's going to be a cold one too. So the parking lot, get there on time. Come to play. Exactly, not get exposed. Your all eyes are on you. The viewers, this is going to be the only football that's going to be going on next weekend for flag. So viewers will be in. Francisco will be on the behind the camera, helping us out with the camera crew majority of the weekend. Shout out to him for stepping up, taking his time to be a part of our media team. Shout out to everyone that's volunteering. Um, no, I don't shut up. But it stopped me. He got me, bro. I can't. It's always those one comments that like
And you
read
stopped. You
it.
stopped too.
I
So
stopped. Yeah.
you listen.
Damn.
There you
Bro,
I
it'll
stopped
never
to read.
fail.
Never fails. He just that's like the thing. Damn. All right, man. You got me there. But besides that, guys, this is gonna be a great weekend. I'm excited for it. As you can tell. But besides that, guys, would anyone have any questions about the venue or anything like that in the feed?
You're gonna be live too, right? So people can watch at home as
Where
well.
our goal is to be live the whole 20 hours of the tournament. So the tournament total out is total 20 hours. Our goal is to be live at least 18 plus of that. Um, Minimal, we're looking at about 15 hours of streaming. But our goal is to be on either YouTube or Facebook and be live from start to finish. We're not going to cut it up into sections. We're going to try a little bit of like a flagathon. See what we could kind of do to get some viewers up. We're going to try to bring in some media guys to talk on there, some people in the fans to have conversations in between games. We're going to try some new stuff out. We're going to try with the one field because, like I said, we got some stuff cooking. Like I said, we're going to have the quality that everyone wants and what you need instead of the mass numbers. And we're kind of excited to this new age and date of moving forward. Our referees will be Tone, Mike Miggett, and a new guy, Brian, who's an IHSA ref. So you're going to see some potential crew of the future that we're going to have. So stay tuned for that as well. Uh, Anyone's got something to say before we kind of wrap it up and have a great Thanksgiving, everyone? Anything? No, I kind of ranted.
Leave the panties at home and play football.
Let's go. That's all we got to say because you will be out of there if you don't know how to. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Have a great time with your family. Stay tuned to our Facebook page. If you haven't yet, follow that. If you haven't as well, if you followed RS Media, you'll see content there. Get it bussin'. You'll see his content, Quan's page. I don't know if Spider Visuals will be out there, but we are going to be live. Our goal is to eventually get live on at least one of our platforms at all times. Uh, so talk to you soon. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Congratulations to all of our winners again from fall. We can't wait to see everyone in the spring. Uh, there it is.
Polish
Beautiful.
that motherfucker.
It's clear though. It's crystal clear.
It's definitely clear.
It's crystal clear. I mean, it has some weight to it too.
Yeah. Jesus.
It's real. But